This is Justin Goldman, and these are Justin's History Minutes. As we gather back for another exciting year of learning, it's only fitting that we look back on some of the pillars that got us here. The NAACP is the nation's largest and most widely known civil rights organization with over 500,000 members, while having scholarships, fundraisers across the globe, sponsorships, and award shows named after it. From entertainers to educators to philanthropists and many more, the NAACP has been a guiding force in American history for over a century. Originally formed to combat violence against African Americans, a diverse group of 60 called a meeting to see what could be done to lessen violence in the United States. We stand now, over 100 years later, with a group that is still here, still very strong, and very, very prevalent in our society. As schools are returning across the country in some form or another, we should recognize what the NAACP has done for education. Education has always been a staple within the group, and to this day provides scholarships to outstanding and dedicated students while leading initiatives to bolster the learning within public schools across the country. In 1930, attorney Nathan Margold planned a legal campaign against segregation in schools, citing and challenging the inherent inequality of segregation in publicly funded primary and secondary schools. 80 years later, the NAACP is still fighting the good fight for education amongst people of color, specifically African Americans, investing in public and charter schools across the country while delving deep into the curriculums of those schools and seeing how they can improve in order to help send kids to college and to ensure that they are ready once they get there. There has been a concerted effort to enrich students' minds at every level. Locally, the Metuchen-Edison Piscataway area branch has sponsored a summer STEM program for high school students, which will continue to challenge them and give them opportunities in STEM which they haven't had before. While we're now getting back into the swing of things with schools being back in session, we must acknowledge the incredible performers that we have with us. Performance has always been such a big part of this group, with charity dance marathons being part of fundraisers going back well over half a century. As we watch these amazing jazz performers, we harken back to Duke Ellington, a proud member of the NAACP who was honored by the group in 1959. Ellington was given the Spingham Medal, which is the highest honor within the group. While he wasn't particularly outspoken, he always felt like he could use his music to unite people, which he always did. When receiving this award, he was quoted as saying, "Recently a friend asked me why I thought American jazz was so much the vogue in other countries. I said, I thought the reason was that jazz means freedom, and that today, freedom is the big word around the world. Well, if jazz means freedom, then jazz means peace, because peace can come to mankind only when man is free." These are incredibly true words that still ring true. Jazz is powerful. Music is powerful. Music unites us and doesn't divide us. With these incredible performances, we see how music unites us. We see the incredible talent that these people possess. Through people like Ellington and so many other NAACP members, we have been fighting for equality for so long. It is thrilling to have a platform to share our talents. This is Justin Goldman, and these are Justin's History Minutes.